What I really want to get into for this live is to delve deep into my worm composter. Now, this is not the whole thing. It's actually just the top of it. And if you're a little squeamish, if you're afraid of worms, this may not be the live for you. But I find these worms to be incredibly beneficial for what I'm trying to do from a gardening standpoint. Now, most of my indoor plants are planted in pond, and I've recently ordered some leca to start planting in that. I love planting in substrates that's not soil for my indoor plants. I feel as though outdoors, soil works really great. I love it, but indoors, I find that it compacts, it doesn't have a lot of great aeration, and it doesn't give the plants what they need as far as a fluffy, light substrate in which to grow in, especially since, think about it, you put a plant in there and you water, and then you continue your water, and that soil just continues to compress, especially if you don't put things in such as vermiculite or perlite or maybe core, which is something which will allow that plant to have a little bit of aeration, and you end up with root rot. Holds a lot of moisture. That's something that can happen, and you can end up with root rot. So I don't like to use soil indoors. I have here my worm composter, and it's really a worm house. I actually grow worms in here, and then I collect the worm poop, which is called vermicompost or worm castings. And I collect that and I use it as a top dressing or a type of fertilizer. Now, for my outdoor plants, I just sprinkle it around as a top dressing. For indoor plants, you can take it and make a compost tea, which is I take the worm castings, put them in a container, then add water to it, let it turn brown, let all that nice goodness come out of that, and then I can spray that on as a foliar spray, or I could pour it onto the plants around the root base, and then add that extra microbacteria and nutrients to those plants.